Today we are going to be looking at a floating ghost by Gemmy Industries. This one is an unreleased prototype character that never hit the shelves. This one is a purple vampire guy. Now this sculpt for the head was going to be used on other things as well. You can actually see on the back there's a painted black hair with a widow's peak, and they simply put the brown hair on top. So I guess this isn't exactly a vampire character, but the original sculpt for the head was intended to be a vampire. Now this was part of a series of floating ghosts. The only released one is the Floating Phantom, sold exclusively at Spear Halloween stores. All the other characters that were made for the series were not ordered by any retailers, so thus none were made for production. Now this guy has unique audio for a floating ghost. I've never heard it on any other kind of floating ghost before. It's the same audio as the skull with the moving eyes, and those were originally called haunted heads before the shaking faces were given the name haunted heads. It's got the same audio track as that. The latter half of it is one that has been used on many Sunstar items, but of course this has better audio quality than a lot of the GTI Sunstar pieces. The head is resin. It's a very thin resin, and the hands are vinyl. They are basically production grade hands. The head, like I said, though, is resin. And there is a label on the back, but it has kind of like writing all over it and like on top of it, and it's difficult to access with it hanging right there. But yeah, so I'll give you guys a closer look. Sorry, there's a chair I'm standing on as I do all this. So there he is. Very nicely painted. You can see on the back it's black. So originally this was going to be a floating vampire, and then I think they kind of changed it to just like a ghoul character with this hair. Maybe people weren't really picking up on the whole floating vampire idea, so they changed it to a ghoul. I actually like the hair. I think it makes it more unique looking. Some people would probably say they prefer the black. Let me know in the comments which look you prefer. Of course it works on a demo mode, but you guys don't want to see that, you want to see the full activation. So without further ado, we will demonstrate it for you. The belt is starting to slip for the head. So yeah, that's pretty freaking cool. And the other prototype ghosts that have surfaced, they're mainly just the bald, red-eyed floating skeleton sold at Spear Halloween and the red, gory floating ghost. Those are earlier than this one. You know, those have heads that are, you know, like a spin mold vinyl, and they take AA batteries for the lights in the eyes, so the head is actually too heavy, so it just sags down when it's activated. Now this one, there's obviously no batteries or lights in the head, and it's a thin resin, so it is able to properly float up and down. So there's no issues there. It's just the belt is getting a little worn out. I've never actually worked on this guy. You know, all of the gears and whatnot are original to him. But yeah, I've had a few requests over time for this one. You know, I featured it in my display last year, my indoor display, and you know, there were multiple people, you know, talking conspiracy and whatnot about what exactly it was, what exactly the audio was. But now you know. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's any further questions about this item, just comment down below, and I will try to answer some of those to the best of my ability. And thanks for watching.